Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, I am Ayushi, currently in class 11th and here to help you all guys. So in this video we will discuss the full-fledged gap day strategy for your science board exam. That how can you enhance your marks and go towards that manifested 100 out of 100. Firstly, do tell me in the comment section that how was your English examination. Now without wasting your time, let's quickly start the video. So firstly, we will start studying from the weakest subject you are having. Like it might be chemistry, it might be bio, it might be physics. So the tougher you find, you will allot the first day for that subject only, because if you will do that particular subject in starting, then at the end day you will not have the stress or the anxiety about science that oh my god, in the last day I wasn't able to do the tough thing. If you already have did it here, then you will be relaxed after. Okay, so firstly we will start from that. Now for every student it might be a different subject, so identify it by yourself and then we will do that on the first day, and on the second day the subject which is not that tough, not that easy but moderate, so we will do that, and the third day we will do the subject on which we are like familiar with, we like studying it, and we will be able to do that. Okay, now the one mistake which every student does is they use the same strategy for physics, biology and chemistry, but you have to understand that these three subjects are really different. These all three subjects need different strategies. The way of studying these three subjects is really very different. So in this video I will tell you that how you actually need to study this. Firstly, we will start from the physics. For physics, conceptual clarity is must. Like for physics, I will not tell you to read NCERT. I will not tell you that you have to read each and every single line of NCERT, but I will tell you that in physics there must be mastery on the concept, that your concept must be crystal clear. You must not have any doubt regarding any of the concepts. So firstly, clear all the concepts, that what is this and how this particular thing is happening. So for physics, firstly concept clarity is must. After that, we will move forward towards memorizing the definitions, the definition of Ohm's law and etc. There are a lot of definitions which directly used to come up in our board examination in one marker. So there must not be any kind of wrong thing you are writing in that. You must have to learn the definitions very properly so that you can write them to the point. Take a pro tip: whenever a definition is asked in the question, make sure to write its formula if there is in the box. Firstly, you will write the definition and then in the box you have to write the formula regarding it. This will help you to fetch marks in that. After that, we will move forward towards practicing question. As from physics, only numerical will gonna ask. They will not gonna ask the particular concept to explain that particular concept. There will be numericals from physics. So what you have to do is you have to practice numericals. Now how will you do numericals? So for numericals you can prefer NCERT के back exercise वाले questions, and after that go towards PYQ, go towards any of the question bank which you are having and do practice from there as more as numericals you can. Okay, try to solve numericals of each and every type using each and every formula, so that you will analyze that okay, when a question of this particular type is asked you have to use this particular formula, and when a question of that particular type is asked then you have to use which formula. Like there must be clarity in your head that when to use which particular formula. So you have to practice the questions accordingly, that you will realize that when you have to use which particular formula. Okay, this is how we will study our physics. Now in physics there are also some of the diagrams which are important, like aviation wala diagram of rainbow from the prism, and also there are a lot of ray diagrams. Ray diagrams are really very important. You must have very clarity about that how the ray diagrams are made. Like there will be a lot of questions which will be of indirect, and that concave convex wala diagram. So yes, you have to practice diagram. I don't remember the name, but it might be magnetic effects of electric current. In that chapter there is a activity which is the last one, in which a magnet is hung above something. I don't remember it, and that activity is really very important. This particular activity is really very important. Questions from this particular activity usually used to come in the examination, then you must be mentally prepared that yes, a lot of questions from activities are also asked and you have to prepare it also. Now we will move forward towards bio. For biology, NCERT is really very important. Each and every line of NCERT is really very important. Let me tell you a mistake which I did. I read the NCERT of each and every chapter. We are having 5 chapters in biology. I read the NCERT of that 4 chapters but didn't read of that one chapter which was heredity. And from heredity there was a direct 2-marker question from the NCERT that pea plant, it was something from the direct, like there is a line of NCERT in which there was something written that was in the form of question, and then again its explanation was over there. It directly came into my paper and I was like, I didn't study it, then I found difficulty in solving that, but I managed to do it. But if I read NCERT of that particular chapter as well, I would be able to solve it very properly. So don't forget to read the NCERT of each and every chapter. Each and every line of NCERT is really very important. The keywords of NCERT, make sure to memorize them and use them in your answers, because in the marking scheme of CBSE there are keywords and examiner will allot the marks in that keywords only. So in biology, NCERT is really very important. Read the NCERT. After that, activities of NCERT are also important. Make sure to study them. You can also watch the lecture of Prashant Bhaiya for that. I also watched his video in which he had just explained all the activities and the questions related to that, which usually used to come in our board examination. After that, the diagrams of NCERT, I don't think there is any need to explain you the importance of diagram. There is a pro tip. If you are not the one who have the perfection of making the diagram, just like me, who are unable to make the very like good looking diagram, then make sure that the diagram is clean, clear, and the labeling, which is really very important. Like the examiner will not check that how creative you are, like how brilliantly you are making your diagram. They will see how good you are doing the labeling. Like stomata, where it is in the leaves, you must have to plot it there only. It must not happen that stomata is somewhere else and you are plotting it somewhere else. So labeling is really very important for diagrams. Make sure that you are labeling each and every diagram very nicely. Use pencils only for diagram, because sometimes examiners might cut your marks if you made the diagram with pen. So use pencil for making the diagrams. After that, go towards NCERT के back exercise question. They are really very important. Sometimes these questions convert into competency based question, but the topics are same as they are in the NCERT. The questions of NCERT for biology is really very important. Now when we come towards that heredity chapter, whenever a question will ask from that, make a habit to make cross. This will help you to fetch marks. Now we will discuss about chemistry. Okay, for chemistry, NCERT is also important. You have to read NCERT. You must have to learn each and every chemical equations. Make a equation sheet in which you are having the chemical equations of each and every chapter. Try to memorize them. Okay, a lot of students might find difficulty in learning the chemical equation, that how you can learn them. So you can learn them according to sequence. From each and every reaction, there will be any of the questions of chemistry in your examination. Make sure to write the chemical equation and must balance it. A lot of students loses marks over here, and I also did the same mistake, that I wrote each and every equation in my paper. I solved each and every question. I mentioned each and everything, but I forgot to balance the equations, and it cost me a lot, and that I lost my a lot of marks. Like, please don't do this mistake. If you are writing any of the equation, then mention each and everything over there. After that, there are some sort of the things which you have to keep in mind. First one is, already decide your sequence when you are entering in examination hall. This particular thing must be clear, that which sequence you will gonna do in first. Secondly, don't panic if you are having any of the question which is tough. Like, it is not just tough for you only, it is tough for each and every student being there. Third thing is, don't forget to make diagram. Again and again I'm telling, if there is any of the question which is asking for diagram, that you can make diagram to explain it better, then prefer to make diagram. You might also have heard that a beautiful picture is more worth than 100 words. So please don't forget to make the diagrams whenever needed in the question. A lot of students lose their marks by misreading the question. For avoiding this particular silly mistake, you have to read each and every question very slowly. If you will read questions slowly, then only you will avoid this particular mistake. Another mistake which a lot of student does is not writing the units. When you are solving the questions of physics, what you have to do is, when you are reading the question, firstly you have to just underline the units given in the question, so that you will analyze that if there is any need to convert it, because a lot of students even forget to convert the unit. If there is unit conversion in the question, do it, like write it also over there, because there are marks for that as well. So show it, that then only the examiner will know that how you are doing the conversion. Then units are really very important. If you are writing the answer of physics, then make sure to put it in the box. Try a new section from a new page. These all are the small presentation tips, but these all are really very important and helps you to increase your marks, because everyone prepares well. Before the examination hall, everyone is knowing the concept, but the one who present it very nicely get the full marks. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching.